So today I'm teaching my wife, Joanna, how to do squat. And we'll cover different squat variations. And we'll also try to focus on the things which might go wrong. So we'll kind of go into the places where if something goes wrong, what to do, how to fix it, okay? So normally when I start someone teaching squat, I ask them to do the bodyweight squat because this is how it starts. So you want to, yeah, you are, what's up? Hello. Normally when I do teach someone, I'm asking them to do the bodyweight squat. So idea is you need to get the stance, shoulder width apart, toes pointing either forward or a little bit out, and you want to sit to it. And then and obviously this is really nice squat. Do a couple of them. Do a couple of them. There we go. Yes. So all the way down. Try to keep your chest up. That's good. But normally people don't have as good squat as Joanna. So the common mistakes which happen, the first common mistake is to let the knees come in. So there we go. And if this happens, it's not very good idea for your knees because it's not very safe. So what you need to have, you need to track your knees over your toes. So this is the first cue. Track the knees over the toes. Try it. There we go. And if still the knees coming in, the other option is to either use the band or use the hand to ask the person to push the knees out a bit. So if you stand, just face me this way. So I'm basically putting my wrist, what's that? This is fists. I'm putting my fist against Joanna's knees and I ask her to push out all the time. So go down, keep pushing and go back. Okay, and then again. And most of the time, this thing fixes the squat. Did you feel different when you do that?
Yeah, I was pushing the legs outside.
Yes, that's good. The other thing which might happen is your client might go on your toes when the client does squat. So try to do the squat on the toes like this. And there's a few things which might happen, but a lot of times people just don't understand that they shouldn't be doing this. So you need to tell them, stay on the heels. So when you're going, try to push your bum back to feel the balance on your heels. That's better. And if it still doesn't work and we're still going on the toes, it might be something to do with the Achilles or the calf. So your calf might be a little bit too short. So how to check it? We might ask them to come to the wall or anything like this and ask them to get the knee. So start with maybe 10 centimeters away from the wall and try to touch the knee, keeping the heel down on the floor. And then make sure you do this on both sides, like this. A lot of times when people go on the toes, they cannot do this. It means they cannot get the knees forward. So this is where you need to stretch or make, there we go. So obviously this is good. You don't have to, yeah, normally it's a one fist away. So basically you're putting your fist there and coming, so it has to be your fist. So take your fist, no, down there, and then that's it. And then you try this way. That's it.
Maybe do.
Yeah, but if you, that's why your squat is quite good. Now.
Where can I go?
That's okay. That's okay. If your client is happy with that, if your client still goes on the toes, I would suggest using a blocks. So we've got those blocks here. Those are like little blocks, foam blocks, which lift your client heels. And especially when they got the flat shoes, it might be kind of easier to do this with that. Your goal, remember, is to get them squatting in the full depth. So if this helps you in the full depth, just use it. So they're going exactly the same, into the same position. It's quite high. You can make them, but it's fine. And then that's it. And what you notice, Joanna's is already nice and up. So the torso is straight up. This is perfect squat. Okay, and go up. And you should feel your quads more. That's it. So one thing which we didn't say, a common mistake is that people do not get deep enough. So some people, when they ask You ask them to do squat, they do kind of like something like this, and they think this is it. My first thing to tell them is basically to try to get quads parallel. And then they start thinking. So they see the quads is like it's near parallel. So they kind of going deeper. A lot of times they cannot do it because they don't have a flexibility or they don't have strength. Those blocks definitely help. Okay? Once we've got bodyweight squat sorted, then we can go with some weights. So we can kind of slowly introduce it to weight. We will introduce the dumbbells today. You can use anything really, and it starts, if you got only one set of dumbbells, one weight, the easiest way is to hold it there, low, so you do squat, there we go, Joanna, you do squat over there, and then you just squat exactly the same way. Now the second option is to bring it, is it harder? It is harder. You can keep it in the middle like this, so this would be like a goblet squat. You can use kettlebell or anything.
It's easier because it's...
That's a little bit easier, it's on one side, but if you have two dumbbells on both sides, this would be easier as well. And then you can bring it up to there, higher. So higher, it's harder basically. And then do it. And so somewhere there, try it. Just you've got, yeah, I know. And the last one will be straight above the head. You want to try it? Straight above the head and try to pull yourself down. This is a little bit hard. Probably, let's try to see what happens if you stand on those little blocks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so go on the blocks. And do it. Just overhead, because you already, let's see if it's big difference. Yes, much better. Good job. Well done. So this would be with the one dumbbell or one kettlebell. And obviously you making this heavier and heavier. But ultimately we would like to use the barbell. And the barbell, there's two options for barbells. We've got two here at the gym. Let's start with the safety barbell, okay? So this is the safety barbell. It's got these little things here which you can kind of get your head in and you can hold much easier. You want to set those rack kind of a little bit lower than your shoulders. So when you come in, you kind of measure with the shoulders should be a little bit below, because then this is how you put it back. And yeah, and then when you do the safety bar, you remember that they need to face there. So when you kind of take the bar like this, they are at some angle and pointing towards Joanna. So this need to be away from you. So when I put them on there, they're going this way. Like this, okay? And so, okay, let's come in. The idea is, the squat is exactly the same. What you want to be aware of is how to take this off from the rack. So basically you want to come in and just squat up. You don't want to, you don't want to just take it and use your back to take the barbell. So you have to go all the way in. Now that's it, stand up and step back, one step back, maybe a little bit further for the video. Just be careful because you are very close to the board.
The board is very close to me.
The board, that's true. Okay, and from this position, what you want to do, you want to secure the bar with your arms, so you can push it up a bit. That's it, and let's go. Now, sometimes when people do not reach good depth, what we can do, we can take a little bench, stick this little bench behind them, and ask them to touch the bench every time. So do not sit, Joanna, just go low enough to touch it. That's it. And now you know that you are honest. Because what's happening where we start putting weight on, people say, I can do more, but then gradually they do less and less depth.
Right. What about if someone is high, someone is tall? The bench.
Get the higher bench. So you always work with a person. Mm-hmm. So there is no one way to do everything. You need to look, I know you can go deep enough, so this bench is good for you. But if someone was taller and couldn't do or not as flexible as you, I would take a couple of weights like this and I would put them on the bench. So to lift this higher, or take the higher bench basically. Okay? And then Joanna will rack the thing. So she goes in, make sure you go all the way through, and then squat down. That's it, and step back. And now you've got this was the safety bar, and then we'll use the regular bar now. So this is the straight bar. This bar you can access it anywhere in the gym. All the gym have this bar. It's kind of exactly the same, but it's a little bit. Now we're gonna go on the back as well. So your goal is to use the low bar. So don't put it on your neck. So when you're taking the bar, you're not taking the bar on the neck. If you go here, you're not going on the neck, you're going somewhere there, quite low. And then you use your arms to pull it down. So I'm always thinking about breaking the bar on my back. This will create a lot of security, stability on your back, okay? Let's have a shot. So and just go here, okay? Okay, you come in, got lower, the bar need to go lower a bit, lower on your back, that's it. How does it feel?
My chest opened quite a bit, which is nice.
That's good, that's good.
On the bench? Or
you can do that on the bench, and then break the bar. Let's go. Okay, that's good. The one thing with Joanna didn't do is the bracing. So the bracing is something, it's about the core, yeah? How do you do bracing, Joanna?
Breathe in.
You breathe in, you want to like almost cough and hold this tension throughout and breathe out on the way up. So you breathe in, tense, breathe out. That's it. So if you don't want to have hernia, bracing is really important. Up, breathe in, that's it. And then when you finish your set, you just rack the thing back. Just remember to go all the way through, touch, and step back. Okay, and I think this is it.
One thing for the girls.
Yes.
Don't have the loose hair. Keep them like that's why I put the hoodie, or just tie them up, because the barbell, if something happens and you need to let the barbell go, it will pull you. So hair up or hoodie on.
That's a very good point. And on that point as well, never try to wrestle with the barbell. So if something goes wrong, make sure we didn't have a lot of space today because we're recording, but normally make sure there's no one behind you, because how you save yourself is when you are racking, when you've got the bar on your back, all you have to do when something goes wrong, just let the bar go behind you and you step forward. And I would recommend practicing this a couple of times. Do you want to practice once, Joanna? Well, let's remove the bench.
Perfect.
No, it's just the bench. I love that we've got this board and we didn't write anything on it. Yeah, there's a squat. Okay, so Joanna will come in, and now let me just sneak you behind you, okay? And go back.
Oh, I'm scared. Maybe you do it.
No, you will be fine. Step back, step back, step back. I think we are clear here. And basically, something went wrong. What you do? Just.
I never done it before.
No, so let's go. And so you push back and step forward.
So I let it go.
Yeah.
Back. But I'm gonna throw it back.
No, just let it go back. Just it will. Yes! It wasn't that scary. Okay, let's go one more time. Let's more go. Imagine it's like you don't have to even throw it back because it's probably too heavy. When you've got some weight, come closer because we need to have a space. Just let it go. Let it go, and that's it. And this is how you save yourself. It's better to throw the bar than drop on the floor on your own. Okay? Well done. Boom. Boom. Yes.